Their problem is like, iLLeY's IGL ability is not overrated, guys. And he's not. It's not about being an IGL. It's listen to their comms, guys. When they get frustrated, who are the only people calling out on that team? And by the way, let me add that even further. Who are the people that are actually calling out everything? Because just calling out who killed you and their one shot is not enough. Inder's got the best comms on the team. You lose him and you better like have the best team chemistry of all time. Otherwise, you're going to have the worst comms. Should bring back Formal. Well, I don't think Matt's going to be motivated to continue to shoot back against fucking Atlanta FaZe and Thieves. So I don't know about that. Scrappy, you're putting Scrappy in a position at which it could go very poorly. That's what I'm saying, guys. There's not a lot of really good solutions. If FaZe go well in this tournament, like I don't think they're willing to give up iLLeY, and I don't think iLLeY actually wants to go back there. I actually, Fearless, I would love, the bigger problem is I think Austin would actually be incredible on the team, but Brandon's got to be willing to play a little, if they're going to do that, Brandon's got to be willing to sacrifice a little bit to make that team work. If they want to run it back, he's got to be willing to let Austin be a little bit more of the turret type player, and Brandon's got to get more in the mix. If Brandon's willing to do that, their team will be very good because Austin will solve a lot of their problems. Yeah, MC ain't going anywhere, brother. MC is probably ride or die phase at this point. We're not reaching, guys. Look, I personally agree with y'all. Like, I don't think unless certain people on the team are like low-key down and just move on from Ender, I don't think the default position is to make any changes. But it is going to put them in a tricky spot for next season. I just, it's hard to see the players. Ken's not leaving Thieves, so chalk that one up. Big week to Boston. I could see it. Dylan to OpTic would be interesting, but Dylan and Bruce end up kind of also playing sort of similar styles, so I don't know. Again, the reason that FaZe is so good is because iLLeY is taking a huge L on that team. Nah, Pierce, they ran it back with Pierce. I don't think Pierce's way to play COD fits with them. They already ran it back once. I don't think it's going to work. If Preston was playing better, like if Preston had played decent on Minnesota, I would say that Preston would actually be a really good player. And they may actually still entertain Preston. The problem with Preston, though, is like you're kind of swapping out iLLeY for a player that's giving you the same slaying aspect. So at the moment, like, would you make that move? Caesar again. So like the thing, look, iLLeY, here's the issue. iLLeY, the reason that FaZe is so good is because iLLeY is like low-key just massively just sort of sacrificing his KD to be on that team and basically doing and taking all the like really weird kind of positions and baiting for people. iLLeY is the most unselfish person on the entire team. And in return, what he's doing by sacrificing his stats is he's trying, he's the guy that's the glue that keeps it all together. And that's the problem for OpTic. iLLeY could be that guy if he can get like 4 or 5 more kills a map. But that's the issue right now, is that he's super, and the way that Teach could be that guy too for Boston, like that's Ender's issue. And yes, if his teammates were all frying and dropping ones, I don't think it would be a problem. You can win with a .95, but like the way with their team right now, with how Ant's playing and Set's playing, like they're getting exposed. So they've got really tough decisions. I don't personally really know what like is the best solution for them. Seth almost just fucking scored, but it was just outside the box. That's tough. Scump the flex and get a good sub.
World Cup in a few months' time.
You could go down that route. You could go down that route. I bet. Ben Vance is an interesting one, but Ben's the same problem with Ender, you know? Kyler would not be a good fit. I don't think Hydra, guys, they do not need, guys, they do not need what OpTic need. They have Seth, Ant, and Dashy. They do not, I think adding like another player that's going to be like an island player like Hydra does not solve and may actually make their problems worse. They need someone that is going to drop like a 0.98 and help with a lot of teamwork shit on their team, like helping direct traffic, like really like keeping the guys at pace. Nah, Trey's too inconsistent for OpTic. I'm telling y'all, like these are good ideas. Tej is too inconsistent. Like you guys are seeing the problem here. Drop the back for Pred. Yeah, but he's another one whose comms are like kind of like whatever. Because he's young. Asim might be a good shout, but Asim's also got to be more consistent. No, because Krim. Because the problem with someone like a Krim is like, yeah, like he's giving you comms, but he's also like, Krim is very set in the ways that he wants to run that camp. And they already dealt with him for 3 years, and I don't know if they want to bring that back. And now you guys see the quandary here for them. Sam's not going anywhere. If teams go back to back, they're making 0 changes. I would say, to me, if they were going to drop Ender, I could see the Dylan thing. Oh, what about from Kane? Oh. I could see the Dylan thing, but I don't know. To me, if you're OpTic, I think you run it back, but you need to nail who your sub pick is. You can't give Jordan the check, and then like if you got to make a change or fuck, like you run it back, but you need a hedge. No, Big Wake's comms are not that good. He would kill, but again, they need selfless players to replace Ender. I personally think running it back is going to be their path to least resistance. What up, Skywalker? I just don't know, guys. Over the bar. Seth's not retiring. Not going to this new game. Guys, Mike's not a bad shout, but Mike, the only downside to Mike, I would say, the only downside to Mike is he's not super fast of a player, and I'm worried a bit about pacing, because you already have Seth who's more of an L-trigger sub, and Ant's like a speed demon. So I'm worried the pacing's a little bit funky and they'd have to figure it out. But Mike Wright, like hypothetically solves the problem. You know what you get from Mike. You know what I mean? Reese Vivid, I don't think they're gonna run that back. Mike would be a plus player in S&D in the way that Ender is. I think Mike, yeah, I kind of honestly though, Mike and Ender is kind of a like for like, you know? I mean, if Skies wants to be the Alex type, it might be doable. Boostmar 01 with the tier 1 sub. Appreciate it, brother. Welcome to Ben Pence. Thank you so much. Block. Donnie, hell no. I love Don. I love Dom, but that's not gonna work. Donnie and Bruce on the team. Last time they teamed together did not go well. It was a long time ago, but nah. Tommy's retired, brother. Tommy's not going to OpTic. Bro, y'all, Tommy's making fucking racks right now. He's not playing again, man. Oh, big touch. Run that back.